Hey there guys, Mooky here, and I'm back with another part of What If Izuku Was Trained by Terry Bogard. This is part 3. In the last part, Izuku basically went through his last year of junior high, and also I explained on how Izuku's gotten stronger in his relationship with Bakugo. Not only that, he also is beginning the entrance exam for UA. Where I last left off, Izuku was just beginning the practical portion of it. So with that said, let's get straight into this, shall we guys? As Izuku was running as fast as he can, however, he has a hard time trying to keep up with Ida, whose quirk was already made for speed quite a bit. As Izuku is actually surprised that somebody's able to keep up with him, or he's more surprised that he's able to keep up with somebody with a speed quirk more than anything. With soon, both of them seeing the closest robot as it being a one-pointer. However, Ida takes that one, but Izuku wanted him to take that, making it easier for him to find something with more points, being a three-pointer. As he runs as fast as he can, he soon jumps into the air and screams, "Burn Knuckle!" as he destroys the three-pointer with just one punch. As Izuku saying, "Now this is going to be fun. I have more reason to actually cut loose. I don't actually have to hold back when I normally fight against actual thugs and villains. The only time when I actually can go all out is when I'm fighting against Rock and Master Terry." As Izuku sees more robots coming his way, as he cracks his knuckles and cracks his neck, and saying, "Let's get into this." As he begins destroying multiple robots, being at least 5 one-point robots, 2 two-point robots, and 4 three-point robots. With each one, he keeps on racking up the points bit by bit, as he even began just using his bare hands and feet as well to destroy each and every one of the robots like it's not even a problem. As he felt like just using his burn knuckle power wave and his hurricane wave as well, feeling like it would be overkill. As he continues racking up points bit more and more, as soon he begins seeing all the other participants doing their best and trying to, get it and rack up as many points as they can, with Izuku just sitting on a destroyed three-pointer, as he looks kind of bored in a way, saying, "Seems like everybody's trying their best to rack up points. Honestly, I think I'm good on the whole points department. I'm not trying to get first place like how Kachan is. I'm just trying to get enough points so I can even get into the hero course. I don't care if I'm getting Class 1A or Class 1B. At least I'm in at least one of them. That's all that matters." After saying this, he soon just jumps off the destroyed robots and begins heading back to the entrance, saying, "I'll let the others get their points and try and stress themselves out about this. As for me, I'm gonna head back home." As after saying this, he soon stopped in his tracks for a bit, realizing, what the hell was that? As he began using his ki to enhance his hearing, and also realized, well, shit. They told us that the zero-pointer was an obstacle. They didn't say what kind of obstacle it was. As soon, everyone else began feeling some rumbling all around them. With soon, a couple of them began screaming, "Is that the zero-pointer?" With soon, it's almost tall. It's taller than all the buildings in the area, in the practice area. With soon just everybody running as fast as they can to safety. With even Izuku saying, "I can probably take this thing down. Might take me a while, or I can just probably destroy it with one move and that's it. But what's the fun in that? Plus, I wouldn't gain any points." As he soon was about to head back to the entrance by walking, he soon hears a person screaming for help. As he soon looks behind him and sees a brunette girl trapped under some debris. As he begins thinking, shit. I can't just let her get hurt. What would Master Terry say? He would totally scold me. Even though I already know that some of the, practitioners and also the faculty would never allow somebody to get hurt during these entrance exams. I mean, come on. There would be a lack of a heroism if that happened. But, I better do something. I'm not just gonna leave somebody getting hurt. It's not the kind of person I am, and it's not the kind of person Master Terry taught me. As he runs as fast as he can to the brunette girl, as she's struggling to even get out of the debris that's on her. With soon she sees Izuku, saying, "Wait, what is he?" As then he runs as fast as he can while doing a drop kick, as he knocks the debris off of her. With her saying, "Wait, he just did that with one kick?" With then saying, "You okay? Can you move?" It's saying, I think my ankle was sprained. I can't move." Saying, "Well, shit. All right then, just give me a moment." As he soon begins carrying her bridal style, as she begins getting a little bit embarrassed, saying, even Izuku begins getting a little bit embarrassed. Outside he doesn't see it, but the inside, he's basically internally screaming right now as he runs as fast as he can from the 0-pointer, with it trying to attack him, but him dodging each and every one of its moves like it's nothing. With him finding a safe spot for the brunette-haired participants, as he soon lets her down, saying, "You should be safe here. At any rate, I'm gonna take care of that giant robot." Saying, "Wait, why would you? You have no reason to." Normally, I don't have a reason to. However, who knows? There's still a little bit of time. Who knows what kind of damage that thing can do on its own, and all the other participants that didn't get safety, like you. As he soon walks out of the alleyway, as then he sees the 0-pointer right below him. After that, he takes a deep breath and openly wides his arms out, as then he begins feeling the ki of the earth coming into his body, as he begins channeling it all throughout his body. But soon he begins actually jumping in place with the ki, with his ki now channeling on through his legs, as energy begins flowing everywhere around them. With soon he soon jumps into the air as he screams out, "Grand Slam Kick!" As he brings his legs down to the ground, a huge wave of energy begins coming from Izuku. As at first, it seems like it didn't do much from the outside down to the 0-pointer. However, soon, Izuku brought down his second leg, being his left leg, as then another wave increased its power as it burrowed through the 0-pointer, and then cutting it in half with one blast. With soon, it began being destroyed piece by piece, with the two major halves of it falling on some of the buildings around it, with surprisingly they're not being completely destroyed by the heavy machinery, which surprises Izuku actually. With this, Izuku couldn't help but say, "Well, I didn't expect for me to use my most powerful skill, but hey, at least I got some more exercise out of it. And I actually destroyed a giant robot besides destroying a building this time." As he begins saying, "Oh man, Mom and Terry were really pissed about that one, I will say." As soon Ochako tried getting out of the alleyway and saw the giant robot was split in half, was saying, You did that?" saying, "Oh, yeah, I did. It wasn't that hard." As many other participants also saw this as well, and their jaws were just dropped after seeing the destruction that happened, with soon even Ida saying, "It can't be. He did all that. He did that, and not only that, he also Ida began seeing Izuku carrying the brunette-haired girl as well, as Izuku was still internally screaming, saying, 'Keep calm, Izuku. Keep calm. This is nothing, nothing.' As he keeps telling himself this over and over again, trying not to blush like hell and have his face and have a red face like a tomato. But soon the exam finally ends. After that, many of the examinees began talking about what Izuku did, saying that it was awesome and pretty amazing, with them also thinking that it meant nothing because he wouldn't gain any points from it whatsoever. Some of them also began thinking that he only did it just to show off, with Izuku not even caring and just saying, hey, wait, you're Recovery Girl, aren't you?" As the old lady began saying, "Oh, you know of me? Well, I'm surprised this generation knows about an old hero like me." With Izuku wanting to nerd out as he has a little bit of stars in his eyes, he soon snaps out of it and saying, "Is it okay if I can leave now?" As saying, "Oh, of course. If you don't have any injuries, you could switch out of your participation clothes and also and go back home." As he's saying, "Oh, cool, thanks." Later, as he soon leaves, the brunette-haired girl couldn't help but wanting to know what was Izuku's name. With soon Izuku heading back home, as he went to Rock's garage, where he actually keeps his bike at, where Rock's trying to tune it up a little bit. As Izuku began explaining everything about the entrance exam, with Rock saying, "Looks like you had a time of your life, Izuku. So, what do you think? What kind of score did you get?" As Izuku began adding up all the robots he destroyed, as he begins thinking, "I believe I probably got at least up to 76 points. That's my best estimate. After that, I most likely got into the hero course. Can't say, but I can't completely say for sure though." As Rock's saying, "Well, all you can do is hope. That's all I could ask for, little bro." Saying, "Hey, you think you can hand me that wrench over there?" Saying, "Oh, sure." As Izuku tosses Rock a wrench and he catches it without even looking, with Rock basically saying, "It might take at least a couple of weeks until your entrance letter shows up, so you might not have to stress out too much. Until that time, you can also focus on training if you want, but I think you could at least use a break for once. You don't always have to continue getting stronger, Izuku." As Izuku saying, "I know, I get what you're coming from, Rock, but I can't slack for one bit. As somebody who doesn't have a quirk, it's my only duty to get stronger." As Rock soon finishes tuning up his bike, as he soon turns it on and it's running smoothly, saying, "Nice." As he's soon saying, "But if Terry was here, he would tell you to at least try and slow down a bit. Don't always try to focus on training a lot. You're still a kid. Have some fun. And also try not to go into street brawls anymore with low-class villains that you basically defeat to save innocent people." As Izuku gets a little bit embarrassed and scratches the back of his head with his eyes closed. After that, Izuku basically heads back home. However, Rock follows behind because he wanted to have some of Inko's cooking after all. With a couple weeks have passed, Izuku finally gets his letter from UA. As he soon wondering what he got, as he knows that he may have passed, but still, he needs to see for himself on how far he gotten. As he soon opens up the envelope, and he doesn't see a piece of paper, but a hologram disc. as he soon puts it on his, desk and then turns it on, where he sees an image of All Might. With Izuku was actually startled and surprised seeing this, with All Might saying, "Young Izuku Midoriya, I, All Might, will give you the results of your practical exam. As for your written exam, you did outstandingly, quite amazingly, even making it into the top 5, in fact, which you've done well. As for the practical exam, you come up to at least 74 villain points, which actually does allow you to reach to the hero course class, and quite well, in fact." With Izuku thinking, thought so. However, there was more than just villain points, actually. As Izuku saying, "Wait, what? I knew it! So there was more than just villain points. What were they?" As All Might began explaining, each of the faculty members and advisors over the exam basically gave out their own personal results and their own ideas on what it makes to be a hero. They soon would be giving hero points to the participants. Each of them would basically give out a number on how much that they deserve, which everyone in all the faculty members and the advisors believe that you deserve at least 70 hero points. As he's saying, "Wait, what? That many? But I didn't even do much. Hell, I didn't even save anybody." As saying, normally you didn't begin saving people at the beginning of the exam. However, at the end, you basically saved a brunette-haired girl who was struggling, even got her to safety, and not only that, you even destroyed the zero-pointer, which would have caused more problems for other participants if you didn't help out. And with that, it only makes sense to give you 70 hero points, which up to total with your 74 would add up to at least 144 hero points, and giving you actually surpassing my own personal record within the entrance exam, which has never been done in so long. For that, young Izuku Midoriya, allow me to welcome you to your Hero Academia. After hearing this, the hologram soon ends, with Izuku just sitting on his bed and not saying a word, before multiple tears begin coming out of his eyes, as he doesn't even weep or actually cry, as he's saying, I did it. I actually did it. I really did it. All that training, everything I went through, all worth it. I finally can become a hero. I can finally get into the school of my dreams." As Izuku couldn't help but jump for joy after this revelation. With soon, a couple days have gone by, and there's only 2 months left before Izuku begins his new year at UA High. With soon their teacher wanting to call in both Bakugo and Izuku into the faculty office, basically wanting to congratulate them on making it into UA. As he wanted to say, "I expected you, Bakugo, to get in, but Midoriya, I was actually surprised. Well done. I'm truly amazing, even though you did act quite delinquently during the past 3 years." As Izuku saying, "My apologies, sir, if I caused any of you and any of the other teachers trouble with my antics. Truly, I am sorry." As Izuku bows, with their teacher saying, none of that. I just, with two of you actually representing our school to UA, it only makes us even happier." With Izuku soon leaving, and Bakugo basically try to stop him, saying, "Damn it, Deku, what did you do to get the highest score? I need to know, damn it!" As Izuku soon just shoves off Bakugo's hand from his shoulder, saying, "Look, Bakugo, I don't have time to waste on you right now. I need to head back home. And all I'm trying to do is relax after the 10 months. That's all." After this, Izuku soon heads back home with Bakugo getting even more pissed at the fact that not only Izuku made it into UA, but he also got the highest score in the entrance exam. With that, Bakugo could not begin getting even more angry at Izuku, as no one ever thought that could happen anymore. With soon, Izuku began training less than he normally would, as he would always train rigorously with Rock or by himself, or even head to Andy's to train with him. But all he does is just relax, watch a couple of videos on heroes, look up hero news and everything else in the world in Japan. But with that, soon Rock basically asked, "Yo, Izuku, come with me for a bit." As Izuku walks with Rock to his garage, where he soon opens up and sees a new motorcycle within Rock's garage, saying, "Whoa, when did you get that?" With Rock explaining, "I've had a couple of paychecks saved over, and I decided to buy a bike, that's all." As Terry soon tossed a couple of keys to Izuku, saying, "Also, you plan on getting your motorcycle license in the next couple of months or so. I know you're not 16 yet, but you can at least get your license now, if I last recall." Saying, "Wait, are you saying I can?" Is Rock saying, "You're not getting the new motorcycle. You're getting my old motorcycle." As saying, "Wait, what? Oh man, I was really hoping." As Rock basically puts Izuku in that of a headlock, saying, Don't get a bloated head, Midoriya. You're still behind me, and no way in hell I'm giving you a new bike just like that. Just so you know, you still deserve it though. I'm proud of you, little brother." As Izuku was actually glad to hear Rock call him his brother. With that, Izuku began getting somewhat of lessons from Rock about riding motorcycle before taking a written exam to get his motorcycle license. With that, there was tons of trial and error, of course, but over time, Izuku began working at it and began getting a lot more better at riding his bike. With only 1 month left before beginning of UA, he actually studied a little bit more about how to take care of a motorcycle, how to ride, and also about traffic laws as well. With that, Izuku now took his motorcycle license exam and passed with flying colors. Now able to drive a motorcycle until he turned 16. Somewhere elsewhere, in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, in a airplane, a long-haired blonde gentleman, looking through the window, begins thinking, I wonder how those two are doing after the past couple of months or so since I've seen them. With soon a woman with blonde hair also begins saying, "You worried about your precious students, Terry?" As saying, "It's nothing like that, Mary. I'm more worried about the people that they beat the shit out of, if anything. But more than that, I know they can handle themselves. And besides, knowing Izuku, he might have made it into UA, without a doubt." With Terry couldn't help but smile at seeing his green hair apprentice once more. As for the next day, Izuku, after coming back from school, he soon heads back home and also noticed that somebody is there, As soon he begins recognizing the voice as he ran into his living room and says, "Terry, you're here!" And saying, "Yo, how you doing, Izuku?" With soon, Izuku actually ran to Terry, but instead he threw a kick. He was about to throw a kick, with Terry soon catching it and then slamming him onto the couch. As Izuku tried to cover, Terry's fist is already in his face with that, saying, "You really gotten stronger, but attacks like that aren't going to get the best of me. You got that?" Saying, "Yeah, I know." With soon Izuku looking as he sees a woman with blonde hair, saying, "Oh, Blue Mary, I didn't see you there. Sorry." As saying, "It's okay. It looks like you're a lot more rambunctious as ever, Izuku." With Izuku soon getting up and saying, "Sorry about that, Mom, about me trying to attack Terry. I'm, as Inko saying, I'm completely used to it now." As soon Izuku saying, "So what brings you here?" Saying, "I came to see how things are doing, and also check up on you and Rock." With Izuku saying, "Well, Rock's doing well. Since he's now a second year at his high school, he keeps an eye on me from time to time. As last time I checked, he actually helps you with a couple of fights that you normally start with low-level villains." With Izuku saying, "Hey, keep it down about that. Mom doesn't know." As saying, "Yeah, sorry about that. Any rate, try not to cause any troubles since you're planning on going to UA, right?" As Izuku saying, "Oh yeah, right. I actually got into UA, even got the top score." With soon Terry saying, "Really? Nice." With high-fiving his student. As Blue Mary actually congratulates Izuku as well. With soon Terry saying, "I'll be staying here in Japan for the time being. I'll be staying with Andy and Mai." As Izuku thinks, is that actually a good idea? Especially with Big Sis Mai. As Terry begins thinking, well, with a couple of scenarios that could happen if Terry stays with them. With soon thinking that, Blue Mary saying, "Why don't you just stay with Rock? I mean, he's pretty used to that after all. I think it'd be safer." With soon Terry saying, "That would be smart." But soon Blue Mary basically patting Terry on the back to comfort the guy. With Izuku trying his best to hold back his laughter. With spending a little bit of time at Izuku's place, soon Terry and Blue Mary left, with Izuku greeting them out as well. Soon after, Izuku decided to take a break in his room and just wanted to go to sleep for the time being, as he wants to train with Terry soon after when he can, and which he does as both Terry and Izuku go all out on one another while sparring, which once again they just like when Izuku sparring with Rock, more of their battle basically causes tons of shockwaves around the neighborhood, which again basically gets tons of heroes involved to check out the disturbance and everything, with them apologizing for their training. Soon after, the month has finally ended, and Izuku is now beginning his first year at UA. And that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please tell me what you guys think in the comments below. I would love to read them. Also, like and subscribe, which really helps out the channel a lot. I would appreciate it. And if you guys want to check out my Discord and my gaming channel, the links will be in the description below. With all that said, this is Mooky, signing out. Later, guys.